Hi guys, thank you for joining me. So I had an order for a journal, and I just used this kit from Christie's Printables. So I was like, how about that? Because she had commented that she liked it, and she was like, sure. So then it turned into be a not at all typical journal. Okay, not at all. It's very different. So I've got a new love for making big chunky tassels, and I put them on the spine. Okay, and then I had the idea to do this braided strip of lace and ribbon in her color. She likes coral and teal and turquoise. Okay, and then I used these really neat buttons that were my mother's to hold the elastic strap on the front, and then I attached it just at the top and the bottom on the back. Okay, and then it just wraps around the front. It turned into be a chunk. I can't not make a chunk. I just can't. And actually I had this packed, did I already say? I had this packed up in the box ready to ship, and then I was like, whoops, I didn't do a flip through. So I better get it back out of the box. So I made this dangle, and I just used gold jump rings to, I had all these open beads that were like hearts and bows and stuff. So I just connected them all with gold jump rings and attached it with the lobster claw. And then I had these posts, so I put pearls on it and then ended it with a pearl. And then I just used buttons and bling and all that. It looks like that might need glued down better. But I used buttons and bling, and here's a rose. And the base is a peach dish towel with lace over it, and then I just finished the edges with lace front and back. Okay, and she's a chunk. Okay, I love these butterfly tab sets from Timu, and I asked her what color. I have them in all colors, and she said yellow. I made a little notebook with this new paper I got because she likes turquoise. And then this is the kit that I had the idea to use. So then I used a page of that, and then I used a bunch of fun washi. Here's a set of index cards and one of my tabs, and this is cream dot grid paper. And then this, I did a video showing how to make these out of scrapbook paper. Very easy. And then I just made a pocket, and then I used the designer paper, cream dot grid, blue, white, big graph, yellow, and small graph, and then 2 pages of sketch paper. Okay, so then I did blue with my lines. I did the big graph. I did this elementary strip. I thought that was fun. And I did yellow, and then I just put lots of washi and fun stuff. I made this card set with tabs, and I sewed all around it in the variegated thread from Timu. It changes, it's different colors. You know, like variegated yarn. I used these fun strips, and then a doily. Another pocket with another one of these. I left a bunch blank, like this needs that glue edge cleaned up, but she can do that. She likes to decorate stuff. I love this card. I love that paper. It's from my daughter. There's a cute little tab. Here's some gold scalloped Erin Condren washi. Here's a cute little tassel on a heart paper clip and more sketch paper. She likes coral, so each signature has a coral folder or something in the center. Okay, I did Live, Laugh, Love, and I was just feeling silly and I doodled on one, and then I made her one to doodle on if she wants. These are some new pretty post-its I got. Those are post-its. I made a matchbook out of, she likes that coral, so I used a matchbook to make her a little coral notebook. I had this file folder, so then these papers are cute and they match, you just can't see it. But they do match the theme. And then I just made a pocket. Here's a tiny envelope with the writing space that I made, folded up on both sides. So that was cute. Here's an envelope that I covered, and then I had this blue paper that matched. I didn't do too much collage or anything on the pockets like I've done before because I said it was just so much. I was afraid it would be too much. There's an envelope I made into an altered paper clip with some cute paper. More gold washi. I loved all this. I had fun with this washi. I sent her a video showing it to her and told her to let me know if it was getting too zany. So here's a pocket, and then I just made that curve on it, and then I have a card and a Lomo card. Look how cute. And then this is an envelope with a heart closure thing. And then this one says be happy today. More sketch paper. Cute washi. I think here, no, maybe not. Somewhere I did an extra piece of paper. Some of that washi looks upside down, but some of it's right side up. Little things. And then this is an Erin Condren card. It says you lift me up. Okay, so now we're going into the second signature. Some bingo cards, and then I just put a note page on the back. I found a birthday card that had these cute squares on it, so I cut those apart and used them. It looks like we got something on the page here. Gold. Oh, I guess gold ink from that. But I used them to put on those cards. Here's another card. And I sewed around all this, you know. But I didn't try to do too much little bits. I just let each thing stand for itself because I didn't want it. It was already getting kind of zany, and I didn't want it to get too out of hand. Here's gold reinforcer with a gold pin with a turquoise looking charm. Love this bird washi. I used it a lot. Looks like that edge could be trimmed more neatly. And this is like a fun washi, like an amusement park. There's some of my, I used a lot of my whale tail tab dividers. This one, I had these envelopes with these cards, and then I thought this paper had a lot of coral, and then I put lace around it, 2 layers of lace, and then I put the little flowers on it. So I thought that was cute. And I guess that wasn't big enough to go through all 3 holes, so I just dropped it down. Here's more whale tail, more amusement. This thing got out of hand. I can't do a journal that's not out of hand. This is some tags, and then I used one of those that I made for Timu Tuesday with the dandelion stamp. I don't know if that one was watercolored or sprayed. And here's another one of those. Or that was off the card and I made it a belly band. Here's a bunch of tags. I got some of this paper from Dahlia in a Happy Mail right about the time I started this. So then I picked through and used some of it for cards, and I made a bunch of cards up to start with. There's my new washi tape from Allie that I got for Mother's Day. I love it. It's tiny, tiny butterflies. There's some pretty washi. And there's more of the kit. Another one of those strips. I thought those were perfect. I messaged her and I sent her a quick video going, it's not too zany, is it? You need to tell me. Here's that new washi I got from Allie. But each page, each signature's built the same with the same papers and stuff in between. You know, and here's a notebook, and here's well, if I can get it in the pocket. And here's an envelope. I believe I filled it with scrap pieces in case she wants to do anything with it. And then these are a couple more scrap pieces. They're pretty. That one's textured. They're neatly textured. I really liked them. I had a whole bunch of scraps on my table, so I'm learning to just fill pockets and envelopes with them. Here's a cute little scalloped card. And I picked out some of my Timu papers that have these the right colors and made little cards. And then these are well, I guess one goes in that pocket. 1, 2, 3. Yes. And then these are bookmarks that I used some of that paper on. More pretty washi. And there's little bunny. It's cute. Here is a couple of cards. I think this paper was from Dahlia, and I backed them with coral. And then this was a little envelope die cut I had that I just made a strip of that to put in there. And then this is the second coral folder, and this has got some fussy cutting of my images. And then this is another little notebook that I made just using scrapbook paper. And I've got a video. I was real happy with how these turned out. I thought they were fun. And I just barely trimmed down scrapbook paper and made little notebooks with it. Here's a couple of index cards that I sewed around. Here's a card I made. And then some of that paper I said I thought it'd be good to tuck in folders. It's got like a lace edge. It's really neat. That's a pretty page, I thought. These are some more. I made a whole bunch of those Well-Tell tabs. I have a free printable on my community tab. I need to make more. Here's another pocket full of scraps. These are all scrap pages. And so that was fun. And then it was heavy, so I made a tab to lift the page. And these are envelopes full of scraps and note pages. So put those in there. And here's a couple cute little tags. I have a whole set of those. Here's a pretty card. And here's a notepad. And here's another scrapbook paper notebook. Let's see, what colors did I use in that? I tried to stick with her teal and coral and kind of colors, and then I guess red matched that, and then see. But we all have so much paperweight scrapbook paper, you know. I thought those were really neat. I was proud of them. I will be making them again. And it's a good size notebook too. And isn't this kit amazing? Okay, so here's the last signature. I can't believe I packed this up and wasn't even going to do a flip through. What's wrong with me? Of course, I'll keep it private until after I know she's got it. Here's a couple of folders, or a folder, and I thought that was a lot of coral. And then I put some receipts and then a paper. I've been sticking just plain papers in folders. You know, here's a pearl on a gold reinforcement. I'm gonna have to go through this. That's got a spot on it. This, I made 5 pockets for all of these little cards that I thought matched the theme of it, you know. So I thought that was pretty. This was fun. This was using that stuff from Teresa. And then I made a, you know, and then covered them with coral. So I thought that was fun. That paper was perfect. It was like turquoise and peach wood looking. Here's coral looking, and it has bows on it. It's really pretty. Foil bows. And these are all foiled washies. You know, they all have gold foil on them. And then here is the last folder, and that one, it bubbled up after I put it down, so I had to split it. I might mark that one too, and put a bow on it or something. But I made these flip outs with this new paper I got that's lined on one side and graph on the other. So I just made flip outs on both sides, and then here I'm missing the whole giant thing. Y'all are like, what are those? And then I tied the signatures with ribbons, so then the end of the ribbon I made little tassels, and I thought they were fun. I like tassels now. That's my thing. So just those sticking out of the page are fun. Here's more stuff from Teresa. This is, oh man, did I sew that in? Yes, I did. Well, heck. It looks like that got sewed in. I will have to trim it. But I put 3 bows on there in case she wanted to separate them, because it's 3 tags. And I did fun stitching on the edge with that variegated thread. So those were fun. And then I had a doily piece, so I had a bunch, so I just added some here and there. Here's another tablet. And then the eyelet, I left her a note in case she wanted to change it. And then here's another folder with just papers in it. Why can't we do that? You know? They can write on that. And then more of the same. And then this is an embossed belly band, and then another scrapbook paper tablet, and then I inked gold on that, like a bronzy color. And then of course a writing board. So I thought she you know, I do that for every journal, because in case you don't know, like this is all lumpy. That's literally embossed, okay? So if you want to write on this page, then you're going to run into all that lumps. So then what a writing board is you put it under, and then it smooths it out for you. So you have a smooth surface to write on. And I make that for all of my journals, most all. And I've got a couple people making them now too for their journals. And I got the idea from Hobonichi planners. I got a Weeks one year. It's a small planner. And they give you a writing board. And that's where I got the idea. So then I applied it to journals. So there she is. She's a chunk. And it's a good thing I opened her, huh? Because there's a couple things to fix. Goodness. So it's been a project. It's like every bit of this turned out to be a project. The cover, the tags. I made a bunch of tags and sewed around them one day. I don't know why this really. Oh, all these folders, and then filling them, and then the washi. And I went through and did pretty much something to every page except the decorative pages. And we got another mark, something on that page. Probably ink or something, I don't know. But I had a lot of fun with it. It is not your typical journal. I tried to make it not too crazy. You know, that's why I said on a pocket I kept it simple, because I thought if I embellished all over the place too, you know, like this, it just stands on its own. It's got some lace, you know, it stands on its own. These I just mounted in the cardstock and gave it a blingy brad. You know, I figured if I did too much to all of it, it would just get way out of hand, you know. So then I just tried to keep the elements fun but simple, you know. And there she is. She's a chunk. And I hope she likes it. And if you're seeing this, she has it. Okay. Love you. Bye.